let's step over all of the bad stuff that I experienced innocently uploading to Facebook and all of that, and let's move on to the yacht breaking. Right, I'd seen and filmed a couple of these yachts being raised from the seabed out in the outer harbour. So when I stumbled across them being disposed of in the inner harbour, I was compelled to watch. And what I saw was the most extraordinary spectacle. I would have never imagined that they would be breaking up yachts for disposal in the way that they did. But I'm from the city. I thought nothing of it. This was just quite a spectacle. I mean, you know, everybody around the harbour was taking photographs and filming this stuff, so I did. And I think I made a pretty good job of it, in my own funny little way. And I shared it on YouTube, possibly on Facebook also, actually. But, you know, innocently shared the spectacle of these yachts being broken up. Only later on did I realise that there was something wrong happening, and after that I had people behind. I'm innocently filming something, this is later on, innocently filming something across the harbour, and somebody drives by with their window open, and in that stage whisper, you know, where they're deliberately saying something that, so that you hear it, somebody drove by and made the comment, oh, as I'm filming, oh look, there's somebody else going to lose their job now. And that was the first I knew that shit was happening. I subsequently managed to find out that following the yacht breaking, which any number of people around the harbour, hundreds of people around the harbour, were taking photographs and taking video and you know, doing posts on social media. At some point, apparently, somehow, who knows how, the health and safety executive were all involved, and all manner of nonsense started happening. And to cut a long story short, as I understand it, a lot of this is hearsay because nobody has bothered to tell me what the hell happened. As I understand it, the harbour master was forced to resign and a couple of people got sacked. Who stirred all that up? Who stirred all that up, I wonder? What I also found out was that I was being held to blame for all of that which then happened. It was my fault because I'd filmed what I saw and shared it on YouTube. So some of these, I'm going to say it, some of these local morons in the fishing industry, there goes the air ambulance. So I wonder if somebody's just been assaulted in town. I wonder if that's why there's an air ambulance going up out there. Anyway, so some of the morons in the fishing industry took it upon themselves to blame me for everything that happened. I despair. I despair. I disagree with that. Whether or not I had filmed it, other people did. It was in plain view in the middle of the harbour. How was I to know that this behaviour that they were engaged in was going to be such a contentious issue and illegal and all of that? How was I to know? But apparently all that's my fault. Now I've been walking around and doing my thing with the camera, just staying out of everybody's way, not wanting any hassle, just filming what I saw for what, a decade or more? Throughout that time, a lot of people I pass literally every day have completely ignored me. They wanted nothing to do with me, some of the fishermen. All of a sudden, after these events, I'm being shouted at by people who have hitherto ignored me, and I have fishermen coming up to me aggressively demanding that I stop filming anything because they haven't given their permission. That was pretty upsetting. I don't want any hassle with anybody. I am under no obligation to ask their permission, but where people have come up to me and explicitly said, look, I don't want to be filmed, generally speaking, I will observe or attempt to observe their desires. I don't want any grief with anybody. God knows I've had enough of that in my life. So when people have come up saying, like happened after these events, oh, you need my permission, you can't film, blah, 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 and being all aggressive. If with one of these people that I'm thinking about, you know, it was almost possible to turn that, to calm the lunatic down and keep on civil terms. I apologised if I'd upset him, and I said from now on I would attempt not to film him or his boat. The next person who spoke to me for the first time ever was an old, I believe, semi-retired fisherman who took it upon himself to lecture me about how I should be more careful about what I'm filming in case people are engaged in, how was it he worded it? Something stupid. But the crux of it was he openly admitted that, look, they're doing things that they shouldn't be, and if I film it, they're liable to get in trouble, so I shouldn't film that. I should be more careful. How am I to know? How am I to know? And why is that for me to protect people that are doing something wrong or illegal? No, sorry, Mr. Old Fisherman. I don't care how respected you are, you lost my respect that day. I will film such things. I absolutely will. I will not avert my gaze so that people can engage in bad or even illegal practices. I owe the fishing industry here nothing. Nothing. And you expect me to protect them from their own actions? Oh, what can I say? What can I say? That lecture from the fisherman was an eye-opener to me. It confirmed what I'd always thought was not the case. I didn't want to believe it was the case, but it confirmed that some of these people who do not wish to be filmed, it is precisely because they have something to hide. Absolutely. That is the truth of it. And God knows I've filmed enough. Some of it I've uploaded, some of it I've edited out, actually, just to keep the peace. But yeah, some of the practices that go on still in this day and age, stuff over the rail as a matter of course. It's happening every day. And I'm supposed to avert my camera if that's going on, or in case that's going on. I should not film any of that. Who knows when it's going to happen? It's an impossibility. It's ludicrous. But this is where I found myself after the yacht breaking. I'm being blamed for what they are doing. I didn't stir anything up. I didn't contact the HSE. I did nothing. I filmed something and I shared what I saw. But apparently I'm to blame for everything. I've even had comments, you know, I wake up every day and I sit in front of the computer, that's breakfast. I check my mail every single day. I have to see if somebody's had another go at me thanks to some video I've posted of a fishing boat coming into the harbour. What was the latest one? Some boat I'd filmed at some point, they had some trouble over who knows what, and they were blaming me for it, and I was being called a snake. This is how I wake up every morning to see what abuse I've received. So following having fishermen shouting out at me down the harbour and demanding I stop filming and all of that, I was forced to become aware that I was now in danger. I was in danger. You know, how long would it be before some drunken moron comes out of a pub, sees me, and thinks, "Oh yeah, we'll have a go at him," because he's to blame for everything that ever happened that he'd filmed. So yeah, that was a wake up call. That was a wake up call. Suddenly finding myself in danger like that. It was very uncomfortable walking around the harbour like I used to do. I don't think I deserve that. I really don't. Being made to feel like that, being made to feel frightened like that, because that's exactly what it's done. You know, I'm a grown man walking around Brixham now, frightened that somebody is going, some complete unknown to me is going to come out of the woodwork and decide to do violence to me. I tried to carry on as normal, but then of course there was the scallop incident.
Don't film me, mate.
And that really was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. That confirmed that you know, there was a little band of morons down there that who knows how many, might be all of them, who think that, you know, I'm the problem. I'm a danger to them because of what they're trying to hide. The problem I have with Scallop Man, or Scallop Brain as I've been, forgive me. The problem I got with Scallop Man, look, he's absolutely entitled not to want to be filmed, like other people have. If he'd simply asked me in a polite manner not to do so, that would have been the end of it. You wouldn't have seen the video that I've uploaded. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. All he had to do was show me the common courtesy that you would show somebody passing in the street. I don't know who the man is. Complete stranger to me. But no, instead of asking politely, he immediately went into aggression mode and threatened me. Let's not dance around the bush here. By saying that he was going to take the camera off me, that's threatening me with violence, because I'm hardly going to hand it over willingly now, am I? I so regret having stopped recording when he ordered me to. Anyway, so yeah, all he had to do was ask politely. You'd never have seen him, but he didn't. He thought he was entitled to threaten me with violence. I am absolutely amazed that people can behave in such a manner. I try, you know, there's plenty of people I'm not keen on. I try to be courteous and polite to everybody I meet all the time, because that's just how the world gets along. But not here, not here, not here. It may well be that watching this you think I'm exaggerating and making too big a deal of the danger I perceive I am in. Perhaps you'd have had to have lived my life and had my experiences to know how I am indeed in danger now, here, walking around the place. Perhaps you're unaware or have chosen not to think about something. And that has to be, unfortunately, my next point. All of what I've just talked about is just insanity and childish stupidity. That's my business. That's my life. But this is more important. Scallop Man having a go at me was very close to the 12-month anniversary of a man in Brixham being beaten to death down on the harbour side.